None of you are ever around to see it. Obviously, there's a side of us that is private and a side of us that is public. When I'm out and about, I am who I am. I'm not so different when no one's around. It's mostly all the same. It's just certain behaviors I reserve for the comfort of my own space. Of course, I don't have much of my own space anymore. I have a few stolen moments in a storage unit where if I hang out too long, I'll get kicked out and all my stuff will have to be moved out. I have my car. There's no ultimate privacy in it. I have my sunshade and my window shades and all that back there. So I can change my clothes without people spying anything they're not supposed to see, which would be inappropriate on my part. I guess I could go to a bathroom somewhere and do things like change clothes there, but then bathrooms in the public are pretty gross, as I'm sure you've all become aware. Obviously, I do most of my bathing and hygiene at the gym, but I haven't been to the gym all weekend because I overworked. I chose to be clocked in 12 hours Friday night and about almost as much on Saturday, not including the couple hours of dead miling from Daytona and places outside of my driving zone, or vacuuming and cleaning my car in between every few rides like I do to keep things nice for my passengers, and to take care of my car because it's my car whether I give people rides in it or not. So I don't have a lot of personal space. I don't have a lot of anything. I don't have my own place to be my own place. I just have my car and I park it in a parking lot, and that spot isn't even rented, so I have no rights there. If the cops come and tell me to move, I really have no choice. That's just my life now. And I have people that I talk to that know me. I don't really have anything you would call friends or family. My family doesn't give me the time of day, and my so-called friends aren't there. They don't give a shit. Nobody gives a shit. Everybody feels bad for me, but nobody offers any solutions, really. There's been demi offers where somebody will be like, oh, I'll do this for you, and then there's just no follow through. And that's whatever. I'm not going to pressure people and continue to push the issue and bug them until they keep their word. If you're the kind of person that'll promise things because you don't think anybody's going to take you up on it, why would I press the issue? You're good right where you are, and that's fine. I don't have the time or energy to dwell on it or name you or fixate on you. I'm a little bit worried with my own situation, and that's where I like to keep my focus. But when I'm alone in my car, and I don't have passengers, and I'm just going down the road much like I am now, I have my little buddy, my little stuffed sloth that I bought, my little plush animal. That's brought me a lot of comfort. I hug it, hold on to it as I sleep, thinking about buying a second pillow to make myself more comfortable in my driver's seat when I sleep in it. In between rides, sometimes I pet and stroke my, plush slothy. I don't know, to be affectionate towards something, just to be expressing some kind of familiarity to an object on this earth. It's just me out here. There is nothing else. There is no one else. All my passengers are voices behind my head. I don't even know what they look like. They get in my car and I drive them to where they're going, and I can't even remember what they look like. I see their faces when they get in and I don't remember them. I think psychologically I just block it all out, and they're just voices, ethereal voices behind me as I drive them, and then they're gone. I don't remember these people, and when I see them in public, I don't recognize them. They recognize me. Am I flattered? I don't know. Should I be? Everybody remembers Slothy. Nobody cares about Slothy, but everybody remembers Slothy. I guess I'm just a zoo exhibit to people. They come on into the cage, they observe me, and then they just wander on, shuffle on down the line. I give them the service they need from me, and then they forget I exist. I'm to be discarded. All I am effectively is a friendly, neutral conversation and a pair of hands on the steering wheel. I'm no better than an automated car. It's about all the worth I contribute to society, to the world, to my peer group. I don't know what to tell you. It is what it is. Once again, a tractor trailer is parked in my spot. It's frustrating. This asshole, look at him. This fucking prick isn't a fucking trucker. He's a fucking transient. And you know what? That's irritating. He's gonna sit here and blow up my spot and fucking have it so much better because he's set for life. Well, I'm not. I have my car. I sleep in a sedan. I work out of it. This car is everything that I possess. Well, that and my storage unit full of worthless things that nobody would value except for me. I know this because I tried to sell it on Facebook Marketplace and nobody wanted anything to do with any of it. That's life. I socialize. I go on down the road. Look at all these police. They just kind of hang out over here. Which is cool. It's whatever, but I don't know. It's another reason I don't like sleeping in this parking lot. It's hard to feel safe when there's police everywhere when you're like one of the people the police harass. Not because they're bad police. As far as police go, New Smyrna Beach police are actually pretty cool. But obviously I'm a nuisance because I don't have anywhere I should be, and I'm always on somebody else's property. I'm either on public property or I'm parked in a parking lot that a property manager owns. I don't pay rent anywhere because I can't afford rent anywhere, and because I don't pay my dues, nobody wants me anywhere. And everybody that would offer me help wants so much money that I can't afford it. So I'm there when you need me, and people pay me when they need me, and then as soon as I stop being needed, they just want me to stop existing. I'm like a Mr. Meeseeks, if you've ever watched Rick and Morty. And I wish I could sometimes just stop existing, because as much as I want everything that all of you have, all of you experience and enjoy and take for granted, it's never going to be mine. I don't have a family that notices me or thinks about me or keeps me in mind or prays about me or any of that. I don't have friends that are willing to help me. I have people that do things for me, like my ex makes food for me sometimes, and there's another lady that's really nice that works in the town, and I see her sometimes at the bar with her guy, and she made me food a couple of times. She's a nice lady, but these people can only do so much because they have their own lives, and they just don't have the luxury of giving a shit about people like me that are outside the social norm. So I'm on my own. I have my stuffed animals, my plush sloth, and then my other little sloth, Sloth Jr. down there. You can see him. I have my other sloths that are gifts. Look at this cool thing. My ex bought me this at the flea market, I think. Wherever she got it, it's really cool. It's a rooster. It reminds me of when I had chickens, when I lived somewhere where that was possible. I had chickens. I miss my chickens. I don't know when I'll ever have land again and be able to have chickens. They brought me a lot of joy. Some people are cat people or dog people or both. I'm a chicken person. And you know what? As unseemly as it is to normal people, like, chickens are actually very receptive to affection and handling and attention. Like, they're like anything. They thrive on being loved and cared about, the same as a dog or a cat might. It's just most people don't see them as anything other than food, which I eat chicken myself, but they're also capable of being amazing friends. But anyways, I'm rambling. I've been rambling for minutes. I was just going to check in and talk a little bit about what I do in my private moments. It's not very exciting. It's not very perverse. It's not interesting and intriguing, and it's not going to be the talk of the town. I'm just a tired, painfully lonely individual. I bury it pretty well, I think, while I'm out there. But there it is for you. It's there, underneath it all. abandoned 12-year-old kid, I think would be a good way to put it. I'm going to go ahead and put my window shades up, and I'm going to change into my sleeping shorts, and I'm going to undo my sleeping bag and put on some rain noises and eat my melatonin, and I'm going to read for a while and then go to sleep. It's going to be Monday when I wake up. I've been working I've lost count how many days straight. I need to do a lot of things Monday, not the least of which is go to the gym. I gotta get a hold of Social Security. They put money in my bank account and I need to know why, because I'm no longer receiving disability benefits because I work a lot now and I don't qualify for them, no matter how weird and mental I am. And a lot of other things too. So, thanks for watching this. Well, why are you watching this? I don't know. I guess you wanted to see how a loser does things. Well, hopefully this is the insight you needed to verify that you're less of a loser than you thought you are, because otherwise you'd be sleeping in a parking lot in your car, clutching a stuffed animal like a beloved pet or infant, or I don't even know what the analog would be. It's an inanimate object, but whatever. I pet it and love on it because I treat it like I would want somebody to treat me someday, if I'm ever so lucky to survive long enough for anyone to think of me as anything other than a utilitarian object suitable for the use that they foresee at the moment. Good night, cruel world. I'll see you all too soon.